Here's the final lineup. It's all down to this, the Rutherford Signco Yamaha Heavies. Dion Kendall through to the early lead off the start.
Yeah, good start by Dion.
Oh, there's dramas there through the middle chicane. The Repco chicane claims another victim. That's the 44 of Scott Hansett. And the 24 of Donna Lee and the Cosmic. What's Donna got to do this weekend to get past the Repco chicane? She's been in the wars over the last couple.
Yeah, that's two races, 2 starts for her caught up in there, so that's a shame to see because she's a top competitor out of Hastings, young Donna.
Yeah, she's been very competitive in the Yamaha heavy class out of the Hawke's Bay for the last few seasons. Right, so back to the lead. Dion Kendall tucked up over the top of the steering wheel, chased by Michael Grimshaw, who we saw win heat number 3.
Yeah, Dion's certainly committed. If body language is one to tell, just take a look at Dion. He really, really wants this one.
Long-time motorsport family, the Kendalls out of Auckland. There's the second of the brothers. That's Leighton Kendall in the 12th, former New Zealand dirt champion. Of course, the Kendall family, a big name in New Zealand Speedway. Just acknowledging the yellows up at the Repco chicane. I think Donna Lee still trying to get restarted there off that first lap incident. So it's Kendall, Grimshaw and Azelby's been the big mover here in the early laps. He's up through to 3rd. Yes,
that's right. Darren's probably got one of the most experienced heads on his shoulders like we spoke about before. So keep an eye on this man.
And he's not suffering for horsepower either because his dad, Jamie Azelby, is a very, very efficient engine builder, has been for many, many years.
Yes, that's right. Jamie, Chaos Motors, based out of Rotorua, doing a lot of local lads motors and a very good product.
Clinton Fell battling further back there with Todd Shirley. So we've got 2 groups, 1st, 2nd and 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th at the moment, just separated by about a second and a half. The final of the Rutherford Signco Yamaha Heavies. 2 very, very good battles and everyone giving each other racing room at the moment.
Yeah, that's right. Obviously, Yamaha Heavy deals with a more generally proportioned driver, I suppose you could say, Jamie, and you're probably dealing with a slightly older driver as well. So you've got some pretty intelligent drivers in here.
That's the politically correct way of stating it, I would suggest, Tony.
That is. Well, we could probably just say taller drivers.
Well, they're having a lot of fun out there and putting on a good show in front of this massive crowd in Tauranga. Over 8,000 on hand for the weekend, enjoying beautiful weather and some fantastic kart sport.
Yes, that's right, Jamie.
Down off Cameron Road, onto Elizabeth Street, the fastest part of the course, and these little Yamahas are turning over big RPMs this weekend, charging down the hill.
You can hear them ringing the necks off these things. Obviously, you're dealing with 158 kgs. You're not dealing with a huge amount of horsepower, only 17 horsepower to the best of them, so we've got to run a lot of teeth on them to get them to pull up onto Cameron Road.
So the first of our heavy classes covered today. We're going to see the Rotax heavy class coming up in the not too distant future for the last run of the weekend. 8 classes featuring in the 2008 Castrol Street Sprint in Tauranga. Big battle for the lead. Grimshaw into the lead. Kendall just ran a little bit wide at that top corner.
Oh, Mike's gone to the first chicane pretty heavy, but he's pulled it off. That's a good move by Michael.
And lying in wait back there in second now. Darren Azelby waiting to pounce. The Q8 Oils. Number 78, and he's working young Grimshaw over.
Not looking too phased either, Darren. He's just sitting back waiting for his opportunity, so I'm keeping an eye on him.
Darren hasn't done a lot of racing over the last couple of years either as he goes to the outside. Down Elizabeth Street, he goes around the outside of Michael Grimshaw through to the lead out of the Karcher corner. Goes Rotorua's Darren Azelby.
Probably one of the most impressive moves you'll see this weekend because they're going pretty quick through there and you're running a single axle brake, so they're very hard to pull up.
Spectacular stuff through the bottom chicane. He used all of it. He got up into the air. Azelby with the race lead from Grimshaw. Kendall.
Michael's not letting up though. Look, he wants that lead back.
Clinton Fell back there in 3rd, so it's a 4-way battle for the lead in the Rutherford Signco Yamaha heavy class.
Yeah, that certainly helped Clinton. With these boys battling up front, they've slowed themselves down a little bit, and Clinton's managed to catch on, so keep an eye on Clinton.
Very, very competitive. Most of these drivers in the 56.4s, 56.5, average lap speed of just on 70 kilometres an hour, as Azelby ran a little bit wide. That's allowed Grimshaw to tuck up underneath the rear bumper. Azelby with some straight line down the hill. He pulled 2 kart lengths off that top corner. Let's see what he's got down the bottom. They really close up again. Azelby, Grimshaw, Kendall and Fell. Working their way up the hill, 3rd Avenue. Grimshaw has a look side by side through the chicane. It's cost Grimshaw a spot. Kendall picks up 2nd. And in fact, it's cost him 2 because Clinton Thell's moved through to 3rd. That was great racing. There was no contact through there at any stage.
Certainly was, Jamie. Big move by Michael. Nearly pulled it off, but Darren gave him room. Michael gave Darren room. That's really good to see from those boys. It's a shame for Mike because he's dropped back to 4th now.
Todd Shirley back there in the 6. He's not too far away off this leading group either. Leighton Kendall's back there in the 6th position, so 2 Kendall brothers up inside the top 6. Hazelby, Dion Kendall, Clinton Fell, Michael Grimshaw. He started the final off the pole. He's dropped back to 4th, but he's been trying hard. Oh, Todd Shirley just made a small mistake in behind them.
Yeah, that could have been a big moment for Todd, but he's managed to pull it off that bottom left-hander.
Grimshaw clips the curb. Down the bottom, trying to get the crossover run up the hill on Clinton Fell. This is where they went side by side through the chicane up 3rd Avenue.
100% commitment here from Michael. He wants that podium spot back, so we'll have to keep an eye on him.
Up onto Cameron Road, into the Repco chicane. Now, what are they doing when they're dropping their hands down to the right side of the cart there?
Yeah, what they're doing, Jamie, is you're only dealing with a little air-cooled motor, and it's a hot day here in Tauranga, so the motors are starting to be overheat at the end of the race distance now. All they're doing is what we call choking, reaching down, covering the airbox, so restricting the airflow, sucking more fuel through the carburetor, hence cooling the motor down.
So through the progression of the race, they actually tune more fuel into the engines to help keep the temperatures down?
Yes, obviously with our Rotax it's a lot more easy because you're dealing with a water-cooled motor. These little 100cc Yamaha KT100 SE, they do very small volume motor, so they do take a little bit of cooling. Get the fuel in there, cool the motor down.
Hazelby extending his lead now over Dion Kendall. Some different lines working their way through the bottom of the course. Clinton Fell still in 3rd. Michael Grimshaw trying hard to get by him.
Yeah, Clint's on the defensive now. He wants to keep that podium spot, and he might just do it at the stage.
It's Darren Hazelby who just runs narrow up the top of the hill, down to the checkered flag. Hazelby with the victory, and he's pretty happy about it too. Hazelby, the former national champ, with the win in Yamaha Heavy ahead of Dion Kendall, followed by Clinton Fell, Michael Grimshaw, Todd Shirley and Leighton Kendall. Darren, you sneaked your way through to the front and a victory in Yamaha Heavy. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. It's been a long time waiting. I've been back in karting for about a year, and with the Track Magic team, sort of been working away at it, and today I just knew I had to keep my nose clean and be patient, and I knew I was quick enough, but I just had to beat the driver, that was me, and stay off the curbs and be nice clean, and I knew I could do it, so I was really wrapped that it all came through. So
excellent race. Darren, I enjoy racing him, always puts up good competition.
You led for a big part of it. Whereabouts did he pick you up?
I think my big downfall was I kept leaving the door open coming up the hill, and somebody got in there, and then a couple got ahead of me, and I had to work my way back. But it was a good race. So.